All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. To return it is Corey Grant. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Balaj. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Bell so light on his feet. Oh, it spins again. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And that is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, second-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty.
No. Check. Patriots.
Operating from the gun. Carter. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Carter now to throw on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On play action, they'll throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll drop the throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. The give is to Bell. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Carter looking to throw on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Here's Carter on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He'll return it from the 6. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll go on the ground. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And give him a gain of 37.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and gets the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
They'll look to throw here. Letting what? He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result. And
maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw is Carter. To throw on 2nd down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Now Carter throwing on 3rd and long. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
This is brought in at the 21. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Throwing to start the drive. Carter, a screen to Bell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Detroit!
Carter now, off play action. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
First catch much of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. A give to Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Carter operating from the gun. This is Bell on the dump off. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And Forbath will put this one through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they tell their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Carter looking to throw on 2nd down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now it's the backup Rudolph. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins getting set to go here. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw here. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hit, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Here's a give to Bell running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So now they have to 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw is Carter. To throw on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Detroit!
From the gun, here's Rudolph. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And Boswell's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now look at 56.
They'll They'll come out throwing here on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. So there you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Looking to throw on second down. Carter. They'll get this one to Switzer. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
They'll go again with Bell. He spins free. Bell a first down and then some. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Bell. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Carter looking to throw on second down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long, it's Rudolph. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Now a handoff looking right. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, But that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun now on third down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. T.J. Watt in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And now out come the Steelers. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
From the 22, here's second and 8. Carter now to throw on second down. Flush to his right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
And the Steelers on third down. Just one conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is third and 8. Back to throw. Carter. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Look at the spin. There he goes, right side. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They go play action here on first down. And this one is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And the Steelers on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 72 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Here comes Grant on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for the Dolphins. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Gone! Gone! Gone!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Dolphins on third down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left to the upright. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not getting too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now after the loss, they come up 2nd and 11 from the 19-yard line. Carter looking to throw on 2nd down. Throw inside, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of the formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. This is Bell. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 23. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got a new one. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
They'll set up a throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Stays on his feet. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Again, it's Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. pass inside his own 5 at the 4. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And losing in this wild card round, you know, they've got something to build on, though, for next year. But I don't know if they want to hear that right now.
Maybe not at the moment, but once they get away from it a little bit and they get into their off-season program, and they'll start to talk about that. And I like how you framed it, building blocks, you know, building this program up. And one of my favorite coaches always talks about brick by brick, you build a program. And this is one of those bricks to build them towards the next season where they think they have a chance to advance farther in the playoffs.
So that'll just...
We coming, man. Big guys, man. P&V. 15, when I saw my first 100 bids, got my first 100 bids and made it through the running, man. They know how we coming, man. Gotta get this money, man. I came up from nothing, had to turn it into something,